September has been a massive month for cozy gamers, and it turns out it's not over yet. As just this week alone, we've had some absolutely massive information, including news on the new Stardew update, a massive update for an existing cozy game, and a cozy game you can pick up for free and play all weekend on your Nintendo Switch. And we'll also be going through some of the biggest releases that are coming out in October. First up, let's start with the massive Stardew Valley news. Back in April, Concerned Ape announced that he was going to be taking a break from Haunted Chocolatier to work on a brand new update for Stardew Valley. And although a few things were hinted at into what to expect from the update, just yesterday Concerned Ape tweeted this, showing us exactly what to expect. The bad news is we still have no idea when to expect this update. As you can see, it still says in development, and even at the top of the tweet it says no release date yet. But thankfully, even though we don't know when to expect it, there is a ton to be excited for. And honestly, this tweet really surprised me. I feel like the previous tweets have kind of been downplaying this update as being something pretty small, but this to me does not look small, because this update is going to include a new major festival, 2 new mini festivals, new late game content which expands on each of the skill areas, new items and crafting recipes, Joja alternatives to some of their endgame quests, over 100 lines of brand new dialogue, winter outfits for all of the villagers, which you can see at the bottom of this, a new type of reward for completing billboard requests. There's also going to be multiplayer support on PC for up to 8 players, which I think is going to be incredible. And on top of that, there's also going to be small additions and adjustments, a brand new farm type, and also more secrets as well. There's been a lot of speculation that the new farm type could be like snow related or something along those lines, as there's already quite a number of different farms in the game already. You also might have noticed that alongside all of the text, there's quite a few images as well, and this has left so many questions. Like, first of all, how do I get these frogs? Who's this guy wearing this blue jacket? What is in this purple drink? And where on earth does this warp totem go? If you guys can decipher any of this or have any clue, make sure you let me know in the comments down below. But I just love the fact that this will give me a reason to pick up Stardew Valley again and play it the whole way through. I just hope we get this sometime in 2023, because the longer this update takes, the longer it will take for Haunted Chocolatier to make it to us as well. And I am so ready for that game. Oh, and by the way, as with every single Stardew Valley update, all of this is completely free. Next up, let's talk about the free DLC for Storyteller. Now, Storyteller first came out earlier this year, and although I absolutely love the gameplay, my main criticism about the game was it was just a little bit too short for the price. However, that doesn't seem to be the case anymore. If you didn't know, Storyteller first came out earlier this year, and it was a super unique puzzle game done in a storybook format. Each level had a title at the top, and by placing different characters and backdrops, it was up to you to tell that story however you liked. Some of the levels even had a bonus which got you to retell the same story while really thinking outside of the box. But now this game is a little easier to recommend, as earlier this week a free DLC was launched on every single platform. This introduces a brand new character, the Devil, whose addition adds new puzzles to the existing levels. This game now has a fully voiced narrator as well, and existing chapters have been expanded with more than 20 new levels. They've also added a stamp collection, or what also looks to be an achievement selection, which essentially gets you to solve existing puzzles in brand new ways as well. And they've also done some refining of the existing levels to the game. So if you already own Storyteller, this might be the best excuse to go back and play it again. As I said, this update is completely free, so you'll get all of this content when you load the game up. And I believe this is currently on sale on Steam for everyone. And I think in America this is also on sale, sadly not in Europe yet. But I'm very glad to see that this game is getting some ongoing support, as honestly the entire concept was such a good idea. Now, if you're someone on a budget and are looking to play a brand new game but not spend any money, don't worry, Nintendo have actually got you covered. Because earlier today, Nintendo of America tweeted that starting today, if you have an online membership, you can play Eastward for free until the 3rd of October, basically giving you the entire weekend to try and play through this. And the nice thing is, if you're still enjoying this when the free trial ends, you'll be able to pick this up for 50% off as well and carry on from where you left off. If you don't know, Eastward is an adventure game set in the near future when society has begun to collapse. The human population is beginning to dwindle as a toxic presence has spread across the land, destroying everything in its path and forcing humanity underground. And in this, you'll follow an unlikely duo of a miner and a mysterious girl as they venture through this subterranean society, traveling across the world by rail to make it to the land above. Now, I picked this up after the most recent Nintendo Direct and have been thoroughly enjoying it so far. And although it's not cozy in the traditional sense, the story and the way the characters interact with one another, I've personally been finding has the cozy vibe, but there is a bit of combat. But the reason I bring this up now is because of the DLC that will be releasing later in winter. The DLC is named Octopia. And this is set in a parallel universe to the rest of the Eastward game, as the pair move to a corner of the globe to start a brand new life filled with farming, animal care, cooking, and even helping to revitalize the town by constructing and upgrading homes and shops. And don't worry, you don't need to have finished the base game in order to enjoy the DLC, but you will need to have purchased it in order to play it. So if you do have a Nintendo Switch Online membership, it might be worth checking out Eastward. That's it for the cozy gaming news. Let's go through some upcoming games that are coming out in October on the Nintendo Switch. First up, we have Tiny Sticker Tale. This is coming on the 4th of October. Now, just a small thing to note if you are looking to purchase this game, on the Steam page, it does say to expect one playthrough to last only around 2 hours. I know this isn't a deal breaker for everyone, but I just wanted to let you guys know in case it is. This is a miniature adventure about changing the world using the power of stickers, where you can take anything from the world around you and turn it into a sticker. This then allows you to creatively use the sticker and put it in different places to try and solve the puzzles you come across, and maybe even help some friends you find along the way too. The game follows Flynn the donkey as he journeys across Figori Island. And although the game is short, they do say it's filled with detail, additional content to the main story, and a lot of replayability as well. As like, for example, alongside the main story, you can also decorate as well. And the game is currently listed at being £9 on the eShop. Then we have Detective Pikachu on October 6th. Now, I'm going to be real, 99% of the reason I am pre-ordering this game is for the mug that it comes with. But if you are on the fence about buying this isn't actually full price Nintendo, which kind of surprised me. In this, you follow Detective Pikachu and Tim on the hunt for his missing dad, who is also Pikachu's former partner. This story will take you all across Rhyme City in order to try and solve the mystery. You'll have to search for clues, interview witnesses, with Pikachu even able to talk to the Pokemon to get their sides of the story as well. You'll also be able to enlist the help of select Pokemon as well to help you out with their abilities to hunt for evidence. Now, I'm not personally completely sold on the game so far. That's mainly because it's taken me some time to adjust to the voice of Pikachu. But then again, I really wasn't sold on the trailer for the Detective Pikachu movie, and that turned out to be absolutely fantastic. So, you know, maybe don't trust my instincts. Either way, I'll be playing it, so we're gonna find out soon. Then we have Witch Life Story coming out on the 19th. This is a witchy, cozy crafting game that's perfect for the October season. In this, you're the youngest member of a prestigious magical family. However, it's safe to say you're not exactly the family's pride and joy. In fact, this is actually your last chance to prove yourself, and if you fail, your witch training will be stopped forever. I love me some cozy family drama. Your test is pretty simple. You are to help the locals prepare for their harvest festival that's in approximately 2 weeks' time. The game will see you tend to your garden to collect plants for your magical recipes and rituals, and you'll be fulfilling orders for your neighbors where you use your magic to solve everyday problems. This can be anything from spells, tarot readings, guided meditations, and even messing around with some runes. And of course, to finish the whole game off, there's also some witchy romance as well. I believe this is already out on PC, but I am very excited to see how this runs on the Switch. And then to finish us off, we have Dave the Diver coming out on the 26th. This has been one of my favorite games of 2023 so far. So I am so happy to see it coming to the Nintendo Switch so soon. Now, I think whether or not this game counts as cozy fully depends on your feelings towards spearing fish. And although there is no easy mode in the game, there are ways you can kind of make it easier. In this, you play as Dave, who by day goes diving for fish in order to help run the sushi bar by night. But the game is so much more than it seems. And if you've only seen people play the very beginning of it, then you're in for a real treat, as this only touches the surface of what this game can do. Each day you get the opportunity to go into the ocean and catch some fish. But this particular lagoon is pretty unique, as no two dives are ever the same. The diving part of the game is effectively a roguelike, with you finding weapons and equipment around the ocean to help you along. Then once your bag is full of fish, you take them to the sushi restaurant, where you use all the fish you caught to make sushi dishes that you sell that night, or you use them to enhance existing dishes to higher levels so you can charge more money. And it's your job to not only serve the customers, but to also run the restaurant. You can use the money that you gather to either hire staff or to upgrade either the restaurant or your diving equipment. What really makes this game so good though is the introduction of new mechanics constantly. Every single time you think you've got the whole system nailed, it gives you something else to contend with to make it more interesting. And alongside all of this is also a fantastic story as well. Now, this is currently listed for just under £17, and this is quite a big game, so I think that's a fair price. But you don't even have to take my word for it about how good the game is. There's currently a free demo which you can play, and you can kind of make your mind up from there. And if you want to see some of the best upcoming farming sims, then click this video here.